Hey everybody, Cindy Dayjock here with Queen Bee Creations, and with a bit of a different video today. Obviously the title of the video is kind of giving you a heads up that it's a different one. We're not doing a craft project, but I get a lot of questions from, a lot of my followers are people that obviously are crafters because that's what I do. And, you can tell, slightly different view for you. This is the desk. Through there is the shop with the furniture and the home decor, that sort of thing. Back here with me, this is the paints and supplies, the IOD transfers, the maker stuff. This is my big desk, and everything back there is all workshop. If I'm holding classes, most people are surprised how I fit tables in because it's pretty crowded. And usually you get the view over the big craft table of my junk heap stash, which drives some of you crazy, but it is what it is. But a lot of you have your own small craft businesses, and you may sell your items on Marketplace, you may have a booth somewhere, you may sell at bazaars and markets and things. And inevitably people ask me, oh, what tips have you got about starting a YouTube channel, and how much do you make? And I know that there's a lot of videos out there. Sorry, glasses, I'm old. I need to look at notes because I want to give you facts. I know there's a lot of people that are there to be able to guide you on how to start a YouTube channel, things that you should do. Here's where I've coached somebody to make this much money. Buy my package. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not a YouTube coach. I don't want to be a YouTube coach. I don't intend to be a YouTube coach. That's not the work I want to be doing. I want to share with you my experiences of having a YouTube channel. And especially I think what's important is that I do not have a YouTube channel that has blown up. I do not have 250,000 followers, and I am not getting money from all kinds of different suppliers that are, looking to influence my opinions on things, which would never happen anyway if you know me. So I have, I think as of this morning when I was doing this, maybe 12,600 subscribers. So, I've got a number, but, really it's not huge. And so I speak from the experience of, I think, most small YouTubers in the sense that it didn't blow up overnight. I've been doing this for about 4 years. I started probably a little over 4 years because my first videos are in my home. They're not even here in the shop, and I've had the shop for 4 years now. So the difference here is that if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, then you need to consider two key things right off the bat. One, are you starting the channel to, I don't want to say make money, but really make money? Are you looking to replace an income? Are you looking at this being a full-time gig? Because if you are, it is very different than if you're not. If you're looking at starting a YouTube channel because you think it'd be fun, you want to share some knowledge and expertise, you think it will support, like me, another business, then that's very different in terms of how you're going to set up videos. If you're looking at creating a video that, a channel that you just want money, you just want them all to blow up, then you are going to be researching before you ever start videoing. You're going to be researching topics. You're going to have decided what's my niche and who are my key viewers. And you're going to do that regardless. You need to know that up front so you know what kind of videos you're doing. So, for me, my niche is really crafting. I paint furniture, I do all kinds of different crafts. I mean, that's my niche. That's what I do. I'm not all of a sudden, I don't know, I'm not all of a sudden doing automotive repair. I am not doing a travel blog. This is what my channel is about. This is what people are coming. So my viewers are all people that want to see how to be able to do different crafts. And that's what I give them. So if I wanted only to make money, then I'm going to research what videos are doing well in my niche, what craft videos are taking off, and I'm going to do that video. So I'm doing it based on what's already selling. So I'm going to capitalize on other people and what they're doing, which you see in any niche where you see a lot of videos all on the same topics. They're very imitative, right? But you may like one person's delivery better than another, so that's where you go and you view them, or some people want to see 2 or 3 different videos to see if there's anything different about them. But you're going to research that first. You're going to come up with the topic, the subject matter of your video, and then you're going to create a video to support that. I don't do that. The title is the last thing I come up with, because I'm just crafting. I am doing something that is needed in my shop. I am doing something that excites me and interests me. I've never tried this before. I want to try it, and I might as well show you while I'm doing it. You can learn from my messing up more often than not, but it's a different perspective, which means I don't make a lot of money doing this. So you have to think in terms of what really is the reason and goal. Now, you could set up a YouTube channel because, it's private, that you are doing it just for family and friends. People can only see it if you give them the actual address of it. Maybe you are filming your stories that your grandparents share, or your mother and father share of their lives growing up, so that you have this compendium of family stories that you're able to share with your kids and their kids down the road. And it becomes like a family memory album. I think it's a cool idea, but you're not making money off of that, right? Because your subscribers and your view counts can be very low. You're doing that for a very personal reason. You may have a business where you are coaching people on specific topics, and so you create a compendium of videos on topics that are really of interest to a lot of your clients, that then is private and that you can give them access to at will. Or maybe you charge a fee to give them access to it and you make money that way. There's a number of different ways that you can structure this that aren't necessarily driven by money, but that give you the opportunity to have personal videos. You could create just personal journal. So instead of a diary, you create a video vlog just for you. So you can look back later and be able to remember some of these stories, or some of the trip highlights, or things that were meaningful to you. Maybe you never share it with anybody else. But in the world where you are looking at maybe making some money or setting up a video system, you want to have a YouTube channel that is more public than private, then I wanted to give you a bit of an idea from my experience with my channel. Now, I've already said I went into doing this with the idea of teaching. I wanted to share experiences and knowledge. I am not an expert in everything that I show you. So you are learning through sometimes my mistakes, and I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Not everybody is. Not everybody is okay with watching me make mistakes. They think I should perfect it before I show it. I do 3 videos a week. I'm not going to be perfecting anything, but that's my strategy. And it also means that it's slow growth. I'm not amassing subscribers, hundreds and thousands overnight or every week. I am not with, 250,000 subscribers and views and making an astronomical salary. But I think that my story is a little bit more realistic, and I want to give you actual figures. People don't talk about how much they make through AdSense on YouTube, and I want to tell you. So I am currently posting 3 videos a week. And I go live every Wednesday night for half an hour, nothing major, from the shop here, showing and talking about whatever's new in the shop. And I post that both on Facebook and YouTube. So, you know, if you look at most of my videos, let's say they average 15 minutes. Some are shorter, some are a little bit longer. So if you say over the course of a month of 3 videos every week, my videos average 15 minutes. Then, you know, just know that's what we're looking at. Usually on average, a 15-minute video gets watched for 7 minutes. So your view time, which is really what you care about more than subscribers really, because I have way more people that are viewing my videos than are subscribed to my videos. But go ahead and subscribe, you know, Queen Bee Creations. Love you if you do. But my demographics are predominantly 45 years and up, predominantly female and predominantly English speaking, mostly because I speak English. And because I'm older, I'm 65, so more of my viewership is older too. And expect that your demographic is likely to hover around your age group because they can relate to the experiences that you're sharing. You know, I'm not going to be talking about running a business, you know, a craft business with, you know, babies on my hip, because I'm past that stage. You know, occasionally I have grandkids in here helping, but it's not the same thing. So expect your demographic to kind of filter around your life at that moment in time. It's going to be realistic. But, you know, so if you think about, you know, a 15-minute video probably has about 40 minutes of video time. I don't, and I make a point of not filming everything. So I know there's a lot of people that film pictures of them painting and you see close-ups and slows, and I don't do that. You know, you know how to paint. So here I am, 2 strokes, you see me painting. So I don't build in a lot of excess, so that I try and keep the teaching targeted. My background is as a trainer, so it kind of fits with me and my personality and potentially with my audience down the road, you'd think. But it means then that I have, when I go to edit, I'm going to have at least 40 minutes of video to watch, let alone rewatching, replaying, determining what I'm cutting, getting rid of. So if you think that, you know, like if I have 40 minutes of video, I probably have an hour and a half to 2 hours of actual craft time, that time that I didn't film, but then I have that film, probably 45 minutes of editing. I've got maybe 15 minutes of creating a quick thumbnail, which is a little picture that accompanies your video on YouTube. Maybe 5 minutes on TubeBuddy, which I use to be able to check out titles. So again, I said my titles come last. I'm checking out titles to see which title is at least going to attract more interest, that performs better. And then 5 minutes to type in the description and the info and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, you look at that average 15-minute video probably took me about 145 minutes or 2.5 hours. So 3 videos a week. Every month, that's 29 hours every month, plus 2 hours a month. So 4 times I'm going live for a half hour. So I look at, I'm averaging probably about $300 a month in AdSense from video, which means I'm making about $9.70 an hour. I'm not getting rich. That's not paying my rent here. I live for the day that it pays my rent. But I have the advantage that every video also says, hey, check out my shop. So I am getting more online sales to the shop that are directly routed from my YouTube videos. So there is an uptick in that. Now I only ship within North America. Sorry, other folks. But it means that I do have increased traffic going to the website, and I'm making some money from that. And really, at the end of the day, that's my hope is that I'm increasing the sales at the shop, because that's the number one source of income that I have. YouTube is, I mean, obviously, because I would not be existing if YouTube at $300 a month was my number one source. Now, I've made as much as $600, or yeah, $600 a month roughly was about the biggest that I've made. But you look at that value transcends more in trying to direct more traffic to the website. That's my plan. If I was only trying to make income off of YouTube, then I better be doing more to promote the channel, more to really focus on what are my competitors doing and what are they filming, and let me come up with one and piggyback off their successes with it. And I don't do that. I'm filming the stuff that I'm actually making in the shop, things that make sense to me, things that I have fun with, things that I enjoy. So that's also why I have slower growth. But I hope that what's clear is that you're going to be spending a lot of time doing this. And so you, one, better be starting with something that you really love and that you really enjoy, that you're going to enjoy the time that's spent, because there is a lot of time spent on it. I create Pinterest posts for every video. Those Pinterest posts drive traffic to watch the video. So I am doing outside marketing things that don't even factor into that $9.70 an hour to drive traffic to the YouTube channel, to build the channel up, get more people viewing it, to hopefully drive more traffic to my website. So it's kind of this cycle that I'm developing. It's kind of the marketing plan for ultimately the website, right? But it means, you're going to be spending a lot more time than you think. So one, you better love the topic. It means that you have to be consistent. I have set days and set times that I come out every week. My audience knows that. They come to rely on that. They're looking for what video is she posting now. Now they're going to love every video, right? Not everything is going to appeal to everybody every time, but they know to watch for them, to be able to see what's she doing? What's she doing? Do I want to watch that one? I respond personally to every comment that everybody makes to my video. Now that's easier because I don't have 250,000 followers. And certainly even out of my 12,500 followers, not everybody is commenting. But I get people commenting from a video that's 4 years old. They're asking a question and I respond. Sometimes I can't remember. It's 4 years old. I don't know what the heck I did. Sometimes I go back and I have to watch my own video so that I can tell, oh, I see what that question meant. It's because sometimes they're referencing something that they've just watched and it makes perfect sense to them. But 4 years down the road, I can't remember which step I did when or exactly why in that moment. So sometimes I have to go back and watch it to be able to respond. But I think as well for me, that fits with why I started the channel. Like, I want to share that knowledge. I want to give people ideas. I want them to have different things they can try. I love the teaching aspect. I can't do classes all the time in my shop, and I can't reach everybody by doing that because a lot of my audience lives elsewhere. They can't travel here to do that. And I think that having that personal touch and that personal connection helps people stick, helps people stay with your channel. And it's too easy to just keep popping all over the place and finding other people. So, really you want people to be staying around and watching a lot of what you do. You're never going to make any money if you don't have people staying. You can't constantly be recruiting new people, and the algorithm for YouTube is not going to do that. So do what you can to engage that audience, to make them feel part of a community and feel part of it. And that becomes an important piece. So I guess that for most people, because if you're going into this to become the next Mr. Beast, who is the the big, YouTube king making millions off of YouTube. Um, there's a lot that you have to do specifically, and YouTube is always changing algorithms and changing what's going to net you this many more pennies here and there. And I am running a business. I don't have time for all of that. So for me, the money is secondary. If the money is primary, then yes, there is a lot of background stuff that you have to know about how to be able to test out your videos, do A/B testing, what title is working, what thumbnail is working. I create a thumbnail and it's up there, and if it's working, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not sweating it one way or the other. But if you're looking at what are the advantages of doing a YouTube channel, if it's going to be public and not just a private family kind of thing or something just specifically for yourself, all good reasons to start one, is one, just giving you the opportunity to increase your confidence. I have long given up on the, ooh, I look fat in that video. I don't fix my makeup. I am sometimes on there and I'm covered in paint, and that's just my life here. I have ripped jeans on because I'm not wearing good clothes here, to get covered in paint, because it's real. This is a workshop. I'm working in my workshop. So I'm not trying to make anything fancy or dress anything up, but I have learned to get a lot more comfortable and confident with what I look like on camera. So that's a clear benefit. You can have a clear sense of helping people. And that can be from, I'm teaching people how to change a spark plug, to teaching people how to be able to paint home decor or do a craft or bake a cake or, knit a sweater, whatever it happens to be. You may be in a very remote area wherever you live. And this is a way to be able to form a community and to feel connected to other people. I mean, I had a really touching letter from someone in Scotland that she said that she enjoyed watching my channel because she felt like I was just sitting there with her and she was kind of in a remote area. I mean, I cried reading that letter, actually. It was really touching, but it really brought home to me what that reach can be and what it can mean, and what an impact that you can have on others. And if that's one of your goals, know that that's doable through this medium, through YouTube. I think as well for older audiences where, I'm 65. So you look and as you age, very often your sphere of people through activities you're engaged in often get smaller. And for a lot of older people that, may have, or people that have physical issues and they're not out and about and they're not able to interact, it's a great way for you to be able to do that and to have that outlet. Especially if you don't have the opportunity to be able to get out and about on your own. So I think that there's a lot of positives that way. I know that I mentioned that I make on average about $300 a month. I mean, hopefully that continues to grow as my viewership does. It would be nice to have the flexibility that that's paying the rent here, so that it increases the profitability, and then it increases my longevity in the business ultimately. But I wanted to as well give you a feel for like real figures here. So my top performing video is an alcohol ink ornament video, which always increases in viewership from about October through mid-December and becomes my top viewed video. I made that 4 years ago. So your videos are evergreen. You're going to make money off of things from 4 years ago, 3 years, 2 years, not just your current videos. So it's had a little over 75,000 views. It's 20 minutes in length. It brought in 2.2 subscribers. So little over 2,000 people subscribed after watching that video. Thank you. And it's had 8.7 thousand view hours. So that's the watch time. And that becomes the important key, not so much how many people viewed it. So, you know, it's earned over 4 hours, a little under $1,200 for me. So that's my top performing video, has earned a little under $1,200 over 4 years. I had another video that had more views. So I did a baking soda painted texture on a pot. So I had just under 99,000 views, but my view hours were slightly less than the alcohol ink ornaments, which was 8.3 thousand versus 8.7 thousand. But it's only made me $117. So I have no idea. I don't know. And quite honestly, I'm not going to spend the time to figure that out because I'm busy and I don't have time. So, gee, are there times and ways and means that probably I could be making more money on this? Yes, but you know what? I'm just filming more videos and I'm getting them posted. And it ends up being what it is. It is what it is. So I have no way of being able to guess that. My next highest video is one that I did before I started the shop. So it was filmed in my house. It was doing some how to make your own transfers video. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't really know what I'm doing now with filming or with editing. I do it all myself. So I'm just faking it. I am never going to do B-roll. I'm never going to, you know, I add voiceovers when I mess up and forgot to film something, or somehow the sound was weird, or when I have to. I'm not doing huge storytelling. I am doing a craft. So it's definitely different, and it's not as artsy, and it's not as, gosh, that's a great looking video. The lights are way up high. It's just what it is. But that particular video I did from home, I was filming on a phone. Right now I just film on my iPad. So no fancy cameras. I filmed on my phone. It fell off in the middle of the video. I just picked it up, and as I was futzing with putting it back up, I just continued. So it's had 5.6 thousand views, 53.8 thousand views, 5.6 view hours, and it's net me in the 4.5, 5 years, probably $518. So again, I'm not getting rich off of this. So it means, one, it was a good strategy not to quit my day job to go into the YouTube full time. I mean, if I was doing that, then my whole strategy of what I'm filming and why I'm filming it would be completely different. And it would be much more, I'm going to say repetitive. It would be a lot more repetitive. There are some craft channels that I see that they've got huge viewerships, but they are doing the same thing over and over again. I don't know. It's my personality. I would be bored. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. But I also want to be giving you guys ideas, and your execution of them could be way better than mine because I haven't perfected the execution. Often it's the first time that I'm doing it. But because my first reason for doing this was not the money, it gives me the freedom and the flexibility to build a channel that has meaning and value to me and hopefully to those people that are viewing it. In my mind and my heart, I think that the money will follow. And I welcome every dollar. I am not averse to making money. I am not averse to having it pay my rent here because it's big and it keeps going up. But just doing it for that reason is not why I started it, and is not what's going to keep me doing it, especially when I'm going, oh my gosh, I don't have another idea. I have to come up with an idea for this week. I'm just doing what strikes me, and that has meaning and value for me. And I hope that you guys enjoy going along for the journey. But for those of you that are thinking of wanting to start a channel, I wanted to make sure that I was sharing with you true information. Is there money to be made on YouTube? Yes, absolutely. Does it take a lot of time? Yes, absolutely. And I don't want people and their courses to be misleading to you. There's a lot of great information out there that you can follow and that you can use, but there's also tons of people that are just getting rich off of trying to convince you that you can get rich. And I don't know that that's true. Certainly not true for everybody, and certainly not true if it's not something that you're committed to putting the time and the effort into. For those that want to grow really fast and make money really fast, then that's your target. And you are coming out with content based on what's selling and making money, and not necessarily based on serving your audience. Nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't work for me. Hit me up with questions. You know that I'm here to answer you in whatever way that I can. If I need a more targeted follow-up video, because I was just kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this one, a little bit of figures and stuff, because I wanted it to be real. But I don't know what you want to know. I have a number of questions from people, but they were all over the map. So if I can help you in that way, then I will. I will never have a YouTube course though, so this is not leading to anything big. I'm doing craft videos. I'm running a shop. I'm teaching classes here. That's what I do. And I hope for those of you that follow me on the channel that you enjoy watching the crafts and experimenting along with me, because a lot of it is just experimenting and having fun. And I think that's a worthy goal. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for watching. I hope it gave you something. If not, hit me up with questions, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.